So in this video I wanted to give you some of my thoughts on the Prado family, the Land Cruiser Prado family. To many, the Prado isn't a real Land Cruiser. It is a big debate. To be honest, I don't see any reason why it is not a real Land Cruiser, because technically every Land Cruiser after the 80 isn't a real Land Cruiser. But in any case, that is a big argument, so let's not dive into that just yet. What I wanted to say was that I believe the best Prado ever made is the 120 series Prado. Technically the first Prado was the 70 series Prado, but that wasn't the Prado as we know it. The Prado as we know it, the first one was this, the 90 series. It was the first one with independent front suspension, with a more family-oriented design and a more passenger-friendly cabin, a more spacious cabin, and kind of a more urban look to it. The 90 series is great, the 100 series is great, the 150 series is great, the newly released 250 is also amazing. That might take the crown of the best one soon, but we will see. They need to be tried and tested, as Land Cruisers always have been, to be able to tell that for sure. But until then, in my opinion, the 120 is the best. And the reason for that is that Toyota fixed the first timer problems they had with the 90 series, but they also added all the luxuries the later models have. So I don't feel like a fully spec'd 120 series is lacking in any way compared to a 150 series. Maybe the infotainment system, which can be upgraded. What they did fix on the 120 was the problem with the lower ball joints the 90 series has. The control arms are also longer, and kind of the whole design of the front suspension is better on the 120 series. It also works better off-road. And the D4D 1KD engine in the 120 I think is the pinnacle of the Prado lineup. You don't have the head issues that you did have with the 1KZ, which, to be honest, the head issues are more of a lack of maintenance problem rather than an actual problem. But in any case, with the 1KD you do not have that issue. It has more power, it is more economical, and it has less emissions, and it is still a 3 liter. The later vehicles had the 2.8, so you have a lot of potential for power upgrades in the 3.0 1KD. Sure, servicing can be more expensive. The fuel pump and the injectors are much more expensive than they are on the 1KZ, because it is an older, lower pressure system on the 1KZ, but you do have the benefit of reduced emissions. The interior of the 120 is more spacious than the 90. It is also more quiet than the 90. It is overall a more modern vehicle. So I believe that from a wider perspective, the 120 is the best Prado ever made so far. Now, that being said, if you are planning on more tough off-road trails, the body of the 90 might be better. Its bumpers are a bit higher up, the doors are a bit higher up. It has fewer electronics, no traction control. The electronics in the engine are far less than those in the 1KD. So if you drive through a lot of water and that kind of stuff, the 90 might be better in that respect. It is also a bit more home mechanic friendly, but I don't think it is that big of a difference. Also, the 120 has more aftermarket support. If you have a look at the amount of modifications available for the Lexus version of the 120 series Prado, you will be surprised, because that vehicle was available in America, and as you may well be aware, Americans love to rock crawl, so they have come up with wider control arms, beefier CV axles, and that kind of stuff. Those are available for the 90 series too, because they are available for the 3rd gen 4Runner. However, they are not as well thought upgrades as they are on the 120. Also, the 120 has more aftermarket support from Australian companies. Tough Dog, for example, makes aftermarket control arms for the 120 series, but they don't make them for the 90 series. So yeah, you get my point. There is a bit more aftermarket support. Of course, the 150 is also a great vehicle, and those have been proven as well. But again, I don't think they are that much better on road and off-road than a 120 to justify the price increase. The only benefit in my mind is the safety of the 150. It won't be that much more comfortable. It certainly will be more comfortable, but not that much more comfortable. So the best bang for your buck at this moment is the 120 D4D. The 4-liter V6 is also a great engine, however it is very thirsty. The 250 is a very appealing choice. It is beautiful, I love the way it looks. It has the same engine as the 150 series Prado. The interior has been completely redesigned and is gorgeous. So it is a very strong contender in taking the prize for the best Prado ever made. But as I said in the beginning, they will need to be proven, and then we can say that for sure. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, and I'll see you on the next video.